G'day, Sea Dog here. Welcome to my channel for high school drilling students.
Okay, so I've separated a half, 50% of the links here, and I've got 10 links here, and we're going to solder these into complete circles. And then once I've done that, then we're going to use some of these other ones to join that one to that one and so on. So we'll make a series of 3 link chains, and then we'll use more of these unused ones to join the 3 link chains into one big chain. So we're going to get this here and get these and fully close them up perfectly, because that's the best way to get a perfect circle. We need to remember, if these aren't soldered properly, then there's going to be a weak link in the chain, and as I go to twist the chain so it sits flat, it's just going to snap, and we want to try and avoid that as much as possible. So we need a good join on these, and the best way to get a good join is to make sure that this connection here is fully closed, so it's actually touching each other, but it's also in line that way and in line that way, if that makes sense. So I'll show you how to do that. I find the best way to do that is with these pliers here. These are parallel pliers, so the jaws close parallel like that. You can get them on eBay. And so I get one in each hand, like so. And then just push like that, but I'm also pushing together as well. So I'm actually pushing pressure that way, as well as getting them lined up. Then what I'm going to do is have a good look at it here, that way, and just see that it's round. That one's pretty good. Okay, so it's closed and it's perfectly circular. It's lined up that way. So it's lined up in both directions. It's lined up that way and it's lined up that way. And so this little ring here now is ready to solder. So I'm just going to put him to the side. Let's get another one. Grab him here. Might just... and grab the other side. Okay. Twisting there and also pushing together. So I'm pushing quite a bit of force that way to close the gap as well as get it in line. Now, when I look at this circle here, I can see that there's a little burr on the inside here from where I sawed it, and that's not helpful for soldering. So I'm just going to get something sharp. This is just a little needle file here, and just poke it and just fell off. Okay, so we don't want any of those burrs on our ring when it comes to soldering. Now all these little things, still a little bit there, all these little things add up to making a difference when it comes to getting a good solder joint. So that's perfect now, beautiful. Put him aside, get my next one and start to do the same thing. So I've got my plier that side, plier this side, together, and that one there didn't 100% close right, so I'm just going to get this individual circle and just use my plier here just to give it a bit more closed, and that's much better. There's a tiny gap there, but it's much better than it was. That's even better. Beautiful. Let's check the other way. Yeah, that's actually really good. So I'm going to put him aside ready to solder, and I'm just going to do that to all the links. Okay, so we're on our last little one here. Just want to mention that one of the reasons why it's so important to get these closed properly, you end up melting them far more often if they're not closed properly. So what happens if it's like that, there is actually a little gap there, it's hard for it to solder. So students keep applying heat and more heat and more heat, and instead of soldering, it just melts the actual circle into a blob and they've got to make another one. So it's for aesthetic reasons, it's important, for strength reasons it's important, but also just for making sure you get a more successful hit ratio when you're soldering. And you're much less likely to have melting problems if you just take the time to get this right. So it's all about doing everything right so that the actual moment of soldering is quick and easy. And so that's why we've just taken our time, a few minutes, to get all of these initial 10 links really well prepped. So they're all perfect to go now.